Okay, you have got to hear this story. Seriously, it's one of the most unbelievable life journeys I have ever come across. It is a real-life tale that honestly feels like it was ripped straight from a movie script, taking us from the absolute grittiest of beginnings all the way to the stars. So picture this. It's January 22nd, and this piece of news drops that has everybody doing a double take. People were asking, wait, an actor is going to space? Like Huang Jingyu? Is this for a movie? Some new sci-fi blockbuster maybe?
Nope, not for a movie, not for a TV show. This is 100% absolutely real. He is actually going to be strapping into a rocket and leaving the planet.
All right, so let's get into the actual details here. The official announcement came out confirming that actor Huang Jingyu is set to become space tourist number 009. And yeah, that makes him China's very first celebrity to hold that title. And this isn't some far-off dream. The plans are surprisingly solid.
And of course, you gotta ask about the price tag, right? Well, a single ticket to ride aboard the Voyager 1 spacecraft will set you back a cool 3 million yuan. I mean, talk about an astronomical price for an astronomical journey.
So, where exactly is he headed? The goal is to reach an altitude of 100 kilometers. Now, for those of you who might not know, that's a really big deal. It's called the Kármán line, and it's the officially recognized boundary where Earth's atmosphere ends and outer space truly begins. He's literally crossing a border into a new frontier.
Now, you can go ahead and mark your calendars because the very first manned flight for this whole thing is scheduled for 2028. It's not a question of if anymore, it's a scheduled event on the horizon.
So who's he going to be sharing the cabin with? Well, this is what makes it so interesting. This is not some celebrity joyride. The passenger list includes an 85-year-old academician, the CEO of a robotics company, and even a test robot. And then there's Huang Jingyu, the only person from the entire world of entertainment. Which, brings up a massive question.
Out of all the people, all the celebrities, why him? To really get that, we've got to go way back, because his story definitely did not start on a red carpet.
His story begins at a place that is so far from space travel, it's almost hard to wrap your head around it. Get this, he dropped out of school when he was just 16. He was working all kinds of odd jobs just to get by, including being a charcoal burner at a barbecue joint and an apprentice in a factory. I mean, he was truly living paycheck to paycheck, sometimes not even sure where his next meal was going to come from.
Eventually, his impressive height, 187 centimeters, and just his pure grit helped him break into modeling, and from there, acting. But it's the roles he took that really matter here. He got famous playing these tough guy characters, the elite sniper in Red Sea Operation, the dedicated soldier in Ace Troops. He even put on 7.5 kilograms just to play a police officer more authentically. He wasn't just acting tough, he was building a reputation for being the real deal.
And that reputation? Well, it was about to face the ultimate test. Because it turns out, this ticket to space wasn't something you could just buy, no matter how famous or rich you are. It had to be earned. This was a real-life audition, and the stakes couldn't have been higher. And that's the key to this whole thing, this idea of the tough guy, or Ying Han. His whole career was built on that image, but the space program had a simple question. Was it just an act? This whole selection process was basically designed to find out if the on-screen hero was for real.
So what did they put him through? This was no simple checkup. He had to endure a centrifuge test, surviving an 8G overload. That's 8 times the force of gravity pulling on your body, just like a fighter pilot. He did 0G flights, a 48-hour drill locked inside a sealed cabin, and a whole battery of intense psychological stress tests. And you know what? He passed every single one. But what happened next is that his personal achievement started to become something much bigger. It wasn't just about one man's incredible journey anymore. It became a symbol for millions of people.
When the news broke, he released a statement saying, "I'm honored to be a space traveler, to take a Chinese spacecraft, and to see that sea of stars with my own eyes." And those words really just perfectly capture the weight of this whole thing. But listen closely to one part of that quote, because it's packed with meaning. China's own spacecraft. For so many people, hearing that phrase is this incredibly powerful symbol of national pride and progress. It's like seeing a long-held dream of reaching for the stars on their own terms finally coming true.
And that's why this is so much more than just a celebrity headline. This isn't a publicity stunt. The fact that he earned his spot, that he went through those insane trials, it makes him a real-life stand-in for that collective dream. He's the kid who started with absolutely nothing and is now, quite literally, reaching for the stars.
And maybe nothing sums up how people feel better than this simple, powerful message that popped up all over social media. Brother, take a good look for us. It's just a beautiful reminder that when Huang Jingyu looks out that window in 2028, he's not going to be looking alone. Millions of people are going to be looking right there with him.